Alright, what up, everybody? Top to top, it's your boy Jay.
What's going on, everybody? It's Jew, cool guy JD. You know, the one that's cooler than the ice cube at the bottom of the refrigerator.
Give it to me, man. Give it to me.
Hey, Jimmy, come.
Yo, bro,
Okay.
I'm on. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. That shit.
You know what you got to do now? Since we're back, you've had a line every single show. Not you're gonna run out. You better get in your bag.
No, Jay. You think this fool about to run out? Look,
He be at home sitting there cooking them shit.
Mister, this is walking. This is walking quote. This is walking quote.
Keep that bag like Santa.
Some are hit or miss.
He's got more metaphors than my grandpa from World War II.
Bro,
Man.
we can't.
And,
We gonna pod with this man doing this bullshit today, bro?
Man, you know, I'm all for it, bro.
I'm not, bro.
I'm all for it.
So we're back in the struggle today after a busy kind of couple weeks of out in the world.
You see Violators. So whichever way I'm looking at, we try something new with it. Hope you like it.
We got a new camera set up today.
We got 3. Oh man, we all over the place.
You guys are this one. Me and you are this one.
Oh, okay.
Ain't looking at me.
And that's the main one.
It's looking at me.
That's the new Violators.
The new Violators, from Violators with Love, baby. But yo, listen, we've been putting a lot of work in.
Yeah, we really went on tour.
We went on a little hometown tour, bro.
Yeah, it was beautiful though, man.
Talk about it.
It was just beautiful to capture Buffalo's secrets.
The essence of Buffalo,
Yeah,
right?
like everybody's really working though. Like not just us though. It's cool that people fuck with us. I'm sorry, my mama told me stop cursing, so I'm trying to stop cursing on camera. So it's cool that everyone likes us enough and rocks with us.
I love your mama. I do.
You shut the fuck up.
No, I did ask. I like
Jimmy Thump. See, you know what? That's one of hit those Jimmy Thump buttons,
Right.
man. You know, just shut the fuck up. That's a Jimmy
real
Thump
one.
button.
But I just want to say that it's raw to see everybody really working and everybody want to get to the top doing the same shit.
And Violators, what my guy is talking about. So if you didn't watch, you better tap into the old content. We had Fuck Next Week on yours truly, my guy Pouts. We had
Spoonie,
Mickey
Bonner.
Moscato, Rob Bonner, and then my brothers, my family, Mile High Music, baby. And it was lit. It was good.
Yeah, we learned a lot. I mean, things are happening. I mean, obviously post-COVID, ain't nobody scared to get out there and make something happen.
Man,
Get their creative juices flowing.
Post-pandemic really turned everybody into like, yo,
Creators.
people was tired of punching that clock, dog.
It's a fact.
Nah, we ain't going back. That mail on the way.
Hell yeah, because we've been there the last 3 weeks.
And so, but with that being said, Violators, we went crazy. Hometown tour, 3 episodes. We just went for it. We about to get back into our podcast mode. You're going to see a lot more. We still hitting up the interviews and we doing all of the interviews, but it's time to get into that
We
bag.
gotta talk our shit.
It's just exciting.
We got to get our shit up. We got to get our shit up.
Today's a good topic. I like the topic today. It's because I think we're going to have some differing opinions, and get out your tinfoil hat at home because it's a deep dive. Jay, what are we deep diving into?
See, man, see, Jimmy Thump.
Just say, call me School Ski.
You know, man, I'm all for it. You know me, my guy. But I want this to be one of them deep wormhole episodes.
Yo, I really
My guy?
think Jude say shit because he know
wormholes
this shit
is,
gonna make me mad as hell. That's what I really think. Because these shits is corny as fuck.
You just
Ad-lib anger Violators. What you got for me, Jimmy?
Scuba Steve.
I was going to say,
corny as
wormholes are a part of today's conversation that I have prepared. Because the skeptic side of Jimmy Thump is going to come out today, boy.
Well, I need it, man. So Violators, we talking simulation.
Let's go.
One time for the one time.
Do we live in a simulation? That's the question today.
And when we say simulation, if you don't know what we're talking about, if you've seen The Matrix, Keanu Reeves, Larry Fishburne, you know what we're talking about. The Matrix.
I've
the
never heard
simulation.
anybody call him Larry Fishburne.
I did that because he goes by Lawrence.
No, we don't. Okay.
No.
He don't go by.
He's always credited as Lawrence
He don't go
Fishburne.
by Larry.
Okay.
He don't go by Larry. I'm gonna tell you why he don't go by Larry. So Cameron,
Somebody called him Samuel L. Jackson one time on the news.
yeah, and real shit. He hate the Larry all the other names because
He's Lawrence Fishburne.
he's Lawrence Fishburne, but he hate Larry. So Cameron, I think it was on some like Drink Champs interview, some shit like that. He said like hell, bro. Somebody was calling him Larry in the airport and shit. You know what I'm talking about? That man said he hate that shit.
Hey man, Boys in the Hood, one of the best hood movies ever. He credited as Larry Fishburne. Goddamn it, his mama named him Larry. I'm gonna call him Larry.
Dude, I just call him Morpheus. Skip
Ike
it.
Turner.
Nah, but for this
what movie's that?
conversation,
What's love got to do with it?
Yeah, okay.
He made me think Ike Turner was a light-skinned.
oh man, damn James, I almost forgot, man.
Those segues,
That's culture.
but like you right though. Like, man.
I've never seen What's Love Got to Do with It.
Hey man, go on. It's go on Netflix. Go on
What
Netflix.
era? What decade is that?
90s?
You ever seen?
The movie came out.
Hold on.
But yeah, there's a lot of '90s movies that I don't know.
You ever seen hood movies?
Coach Carter.
Yeah.
Yo, that
that's
Samuel Jackson was
that's not a
smoking
hood
crack.
That's a urban city movie. Difference.
is that-
Saved by the Bell. Save
listen.
the Last Dance.
Rich,
is
what?
an urban
Come
city
on.
movie.
You got okay. You ever
Coach
seen?
Carter's my shit,
Coach
dude.
Carter's a great movie, but it's not a hood movie.
Nah,
It's an
what
urban
do you consider?
city.
What do you consider a
urban
hood
city
movie?
I ain't South Central.
I mean, it's just a city. South Central. OG Bobby
I seen
Johnson.
Bad Boys.
Man,
We gotta.
Jimmy Thump, man.
We gotta get you.
Friday.
This is my brother, guys. I
Friday?
love this man.
You probably put.
That counts. You got
Come on, Friday's got it, dude. Friday definitely counts.
Friday is a hood comedy. That's
yeah.
a
It's like right on
don't
the
be a
edge
minute while
between like.
drinking your juice in the hood.
Dude, it's like right on the edge between hood and like
Jersey Drive.
like it's like the pop
New Jersey Drive
of hood movies.
New Jersey Drive.
Nah, I don't know that one.
Oh man, whoa.
We are so far off topic.
Let me say about it. But that's the beauty about podcast mode because we could dive into any bad we want to.
Oh, I want to preface a few things. No, Joe Rogan, we have not done DMT today. This is an honest question about a true hypothesis. You know we care about your rights.
I love it.
This is a hypothesis that had a PhD written, or
is wrong with you?
a PhD thesis written at Harvard University. And I'll get into who wrote that and his theories and his conditions for the simulation in a little bit. But do we want to start off with what we believe?
Okay, so
How much, or do we believe totally, or what percentage do you believe is the chance that we live in a
all right,
simulation?
so we're gonna pop it off like this. I'm gonna go around the room. Mo, I'm gonna pop you off. So what you think, man? What is this?
Pause. Pause. Cause he's I'm gonna pop you off.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm
pop
talking
you
about.
off.
Yeah, that's pause.
Is that an ejaculate term?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Respectfully.
it would come off that way, but
Dude,
I
listen.
apologize.
If you
Nah,
like,
it's this way, this
listen.
way.
If you really needed it,
I might have said so. I'm gonna pop it off with. I'm gonna pop it off with.
if you were that desperate, I'd do it for you.
See the man with the monster hat on.
I feel like
Let's see why he wears the monster hat.
White boy summer. I think that's like a white supremacist term they're using.
What is that? That's Tom Hanks' son, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah.
this shit getting
that-
ugly. Alright, so I feel like we probably in simulation probably like 60%, like 60 to 75.
Oh, you're six. You're only six. That's.
I just
I thought you were gonna be all in. That's a surprise. I pictured you as being an all in guy.
I want to be all in, but like you know what I'm saying. I believe in like you know I'm talking about like manifestations and shit like that. So it's not all the way simulation, but this motherfucking shit is like made up, dog. Damn, I'm sorry, mom, but this stuff is crazy, bro. Cause all right, Moan story. Let's go.
Give me a Mo story.
Let's go. Let's
your
go.
best.
Wait, is this gonna be? Is this gonna be a glitch in the Matrix story?
Initially,
Which is deja vu.
We gonna get there.
but
We gonna get there.
That's a
All right.
glitch in the
No,
matrix.
all right. So leisurely stroll, right? Leisurely stroll. Okay, walking down the street or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? It's a lizard. Just hear me out.
It looked like you.
Were you on DMT?
No, he always looked like the lizard off of Monster Inc. I always
Was
said
that
that.
Randall?
Yeah,
Oh my
Randall.
god!
Yo, can I finish my story before?
Like
Oh
Randall.
my god!
Dead on.
That's the thumbnail.
For real, that nigga's Monsters Inc. Pixar Moan.
It's over. I don't know what to talk about.
Go ahead. You saw Rando.
I'm interested in this.
Okay,
this
okay,
leisurely
okay.
walk.
You were taking a leisurely walk as
Goddamn,
Moan
it's a
does,
doppelganger.
and saw a lizard.
Yo, we need a fucking muzzle for you. But
Just get it from one of your bitches.
I don't have any bitches. Well,
Go ahead, fuck
my jersey, my jersey in the Raptors, cuz. But anyways, so I'm walking.
Okay.
Lizard, right? Lizard walking down the street. The yellow spotted lizards from Hoes.
Oh. Them damn your L-Nas joints. What the fuck is that?
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember because Holes was those
Did you have an onion?
If you let me talk, I can.
I didn't see holes.
You didn't see holes?
I was in school suspension the day my class.
Bro, that shit been out for 12 to 15 years. You have ample time to go watch that
You know
motherfucker.
how many times?
I mean, I
It's
think
summertime. You got stars. I know it's playing on that bitch.
I'm pretty sure that was a Disney movie, though. So I think it aired on Disney Channel.
It, though, so I mean,
Yeah, this shit messed
That was like Shia LaBeouf's breakout movie
Facts.
role.
Facts.
No, Disturbia.
Hella messy.
Disturbia.
No, because he was young in Holes. He was young in Holes. That was where he made the transition.
Kid with the curly afro.
But 2 shoes, 2 tokens in hand. I got no respect because I'm the new man. See,
Okay.
I got my shovel, shoes full of sand.
Okay.
Check out the tag. The name's Caveman.
Hey.
Na 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 na
That was
na
musty
na.
nigga, right?
So
Caveman was musty.
Oh yeah, that-
So you just chopped full of soundtrack.
I got 'em all.
yeah. I got the sound. It's not a soundtrack, but like one of my first CDs growing up was a compilation of Disney Channel movie songs. That's how white I was growing up.
Oh, Disney
nigga had
Channel
kids by
original,
one.
Disney Channel originals,
Yeah.
like early 2000s.
And
Okay.
I think that whole song was track 3.
I'm gonna take Thor's hammer.
I love your energy, cuz. I'm with it.
I don't give a fuck.
Big energy, big energy.
All right, so you saw.
Thor's hammer.
All right, so
lizard.
listen. Okay, so I saw the lizard,
What?
but he had
What?
one
How much
yellow
you pay for
spot,
that?
Don't worry about it.
and it was on his back. That's
going-
what else was on his back,
going to Disney?
but it was an octagon. I'm like, what the fuck is this? A yellow spotted lizard with an octagon in his back? All right, hear me out. So I'm just walking the stories. My leash is I'm walking the story, shit like that.
Okay.
So then,
Biology.
yeah, I go home, right? You know, I'm chilling in the house. I come back outside. The lizard is sitting on the railing of the porch, bro, and he's looking facing the door, staring at me and shit. I'm just like, all right, bro, this shit a little weird, but whatever, fuck it. We gonna just bypass all that.
Okay.
And so then, now, next day comes. Come outside, get ready to go to work the next day. The lizard is sitting at the foot of the driveway, but it's got a baby lizard next to him, though.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now
You the father. That's the punch.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a mama or a daddy. But either it goes, it's 2 lizards. So now I'm like, yo, this shit.
Hey, where was this? What like city?
This in Buffalo. This in the hood.
In the hood? Oh,
We-
somebody lost their
Do
lizard.
we got lizards? I don't think we have
Somebody
lizards.
lost a lizard.
Oh no, this is in my new crib though. So
Oh, this is recent.
Oh,
This is a
this is like recent, like 2
Oh,
weeks
yeah, they
ago.
definitely got lizards over there.
Yeah, but I never seen no like a lizard with a octagon on his back and a yellow octagon.
I think it's possible. I think that's not a glitch.
But here's my thing about this shit though. But let's continue. So now, fast forward, like, you know what I'm saying, about 5 days later, I ain't seen the lizards and stuff like that. I came back, I'm outside again. The big lizard, the little small lizard, then it's a baby lizard.
Oh,
3 of them
family.
things. It's a family of them
It's
things.
a family of lizards in the
Yeah, family
neighborhood.
lizard. In the hood though, but why is a family of lizards in the hood? Never seen
They're
that
doing the
before.
same thing you doing.
What kind of like
Living.
lizards don't live in New York? We don't have lizards.
That's what I'm saying.
They just here for visit.
That's what I'm
Yo,
saying.
Joe Rogan.
Bro, it's
We on DMT
That's what
right
I'm
now.
saying.
I think that could be placed more of a maybe somebody had 2 lizards.
But okay, look,
that
all
got
right.
out.
And you just giving off those right pheromones, dog. You know what I'm saying?
This how it was. So these how the lizards was, right? Now James is me coming out the driveway, and that's how they lined up like this, and they just staring at me and shit. They staring at me like that and shit. Well, I'm supposed to do it, and I'm looking back at them.
You wasn't on the goop punch?
Oh, what?
See, Mo, I don't know. So if we're gonna talk, situations like that, see, I'll get into it back. See, I lived on Virginia one time. I woke up at 2 a.m. I lived in a basement apartment in Allentown. I woke up at 2 a.m. It was a basement, so the window was level to the ground. I had a cat named Sasha at the time. Don't you know? I woke up, my cat was standing. It was like a little stand in the window. She was standing. With the blinds were open, she was standing in the window, and it was 3 cats outside the window staring back at her right next to the window. Man, Shit creeped me. I'm like, yo, 3 black
That's
cats
not a coincidence.
was staring at my brown cat at 2:30, 2:45 in the morning. Tripped me out, man.
All right, so you're saying, despite your lizard cult following that you've developed, and I think they're very respectable fans of yours,
That's what I'm saying.
that's only made you 60 to 70%.
Yeah, because
Simulation.
now, right? Because now I said to the universe, if these lizards are not for me, remove it. I ain't seen no motherfuckers since.
Nah, them niggas felt unwelcomed. You ain't offer them no bugs or nothing, nigga. You ain't get them.
You said the
ain't
lizards
find
were
no
not for
ants
you.
for 'em?
Yeah, they're not for me. Just we take them away, remove them. So that's how I feel.
I
that
mean,
is
you
just-
said they in the hood. You better hope the lizards grow up big and strong and eat rats.
I ain't got no restaurant, man.
You better hope one of them don't turn into Godzilla.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
though.
so-
but these would you ever seen Bad Boys 2 when Mario
Hood movie.
Yeah.
Bad Boys 2 with Mario
Action movie.
action movie. Mario was like, these are marsupials. Those lizards like that was marsupial lizards, bro. That one motherfucker was chunky, and so like the ones that got the fat neck. They be doing that shit with the little, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, reptiles. They do the
I
tongue
give it to
thing.
that.
The little,
It's the chickens in the hood to get me.
Bro, see, I believe with the reptile shit, I believe in reptilian people. So
Oh, here we go.
But that's just
Strap
okay.
in, tinfoil up.
Another conspiracy theory.
No, we don't need that. We're talking
Okay.
about simulation.
Okay, simulation. Sorry,
I know. So let me just go into one little quick back. Okay, so
I think Best Marquis was an alien, but we'll leave it at that.
he was an alien in Men in Black
And
2.
in real life, but that's besides the point.
So was Dennis Rodman, by the way. He was an alien.
Favorite player.
But
Yeah, no, I agree to that one.
But no, so what I'll say is as far as simulation goes, so I'm kind of, I don't know if you can be, but I'm kind of both ways. I can see the idea of us living in a simulation, this being a big computer simulation that we're wired into in some incubator somewhere. Just our brain waves are being stimulated by what we think is life.
Right.
A dream world per se. But there's also that other view of it being like, what if this isn't a simulation? What if this is just life? What if we have old souls? I'm a 30-year-old man. We're all late 20s, 30s-year-old. What if
Yeah, all right, just go ahead and say it.
we're still young?
My Tinder profile says 23.
I feel like I'm about to hit my prime for real in my 30s.
Oh yeah, I'm super in my prime.
I feel like my prime.
That's what everyone in their 30s says.
Motherfuckers
My
be
30,
washed.
I feel like 30s is good. Yeah.
No, 30's really
Yo, 30, I'm coming out.
Boys still get jiggy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
But so I think we have old souls. What I mean by that is when a person takes their last breath on this earth,
And my shorts keep running. Look, I got fucking panties on or some shit.
you need to
Pause.
learn how to wear them. I wear shorts like that all the time. So.
I get
I hope you
busy.
got PSDs under there, dude.
I get busy.
Don't you,
Food
yeah.
alone.
Oh, you silly. You not Fruit alone. PSDs.
But the compression boys.
What is PSD?
I got the compression.
It's a
boys.
Photoshop document in my world.
No, it's like a great brief. A great
Ethica.
brief.
Shout out to Ethica.
No, PSD.
PSD.
Oh, but let me just get this off real quick, and we could debate it. So, we have old souls. When you take your last breath, when you pass away, the second you take that last breath, I feel like it's a possibility that you open your eyes as a newborn baby coming out of your mom.
I agree.
And that's
I agree.
reincarnation, and you beginning your new cycle of life.
I agree.
Where we at with that?
Okay, well, I want to finish this opinion thing. Jew, what do you say the chances we live in a simulation are?
Well,
Where are you on
remember
that?
shit though. We'll double
I
back.
believe in God. So I
God
don't
is
think
perfect.
that.
So definitely.
I don't know if that
God is
works.
king.
I ain't never seen no simulation in the Bible. I ain't never read
Well,
it.
okay,
It's never been a
because
book
I have
of
an argument for that.
simulation.
I have an argument for that.
Revelation talks about that shit though. We ain't say no. This ain't no religion, politics ass podcast, but we just gonna talk about
No,
this
you ain't
real
getting
quick.
that from me.
But Revelation do talk about it's a lot of crazy shit in this world though. So it is. It's in there.
But wouldn't that be just the world, period? Like, if you think about it, like, ain't nothing new.
Nothing's new. I
You know
agree.
what I mean? So, like, shit. Only thing that's new is technology.
And that's not even new.
And that's not new.
We think we live a better quality of life, but nah, guys, we don't.
No,
Like
it's
Well, okay,
ancient,
so
but I'm talking about
it's-
like ancient Mayans,
Yeah.
like back in the day, nomads, that
Yeah.
type shit. Like
no. I agree. I agree.
They built pyramids. Like,
But you know the crazy thing?
No,
about
well,
it?
see,
we can't rebuild pyramids. Like, what?
Yes, we can. We
No,
just have no.
fuck
We
that.
just have no
I'm
need
not
for
doing
it. We build skyscrapers. If they saw skyscrapers, they'd be like, "How the fuck did you do
No,
that?"
pyramids. I'm talking the actual foundation of a pyramid that are still standing to this day.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
no.
guys on YouTube. Those primitive technology guys have proved.
you talking about the Indians that have built the pool out in the forest,
But
which
no,
are cool
they've
videos,
shown
by the
how
way.
to how
Those are wrong.
ancient cultures would cut rocks at such a fine angle.
Okay.
Okay.
I see where he's getting at with that. But my only thing about that is that pyramid shit cannot be duplicated.
I don't think so.
You can't. I don't think you can duplicate.
Oh, you can absolutely, you
no,
can absolutely do
no,
that with today's
no.
technology. That
You
would be
could
such an
definitely do that.
easy
It would be
thing.
easy.
You just
Why
it would be
have-
so
it
expensive
wouldn't-
and unnecessary.
why-
It wouldn't take 200,000 slaves to do it either.
Yeah.
Why haven't we done it?
Do you know how long it took to build?
Skyscrapers.
Why haven't we done it? We've done everything.
But we don't
else.
need to.
We've done we've
Have you
done
seen-
other
wait.
unnecessary things. Why
Have
haven't
you
we
seen
built the
Las
pyramid?
Vegas?
Yeah.
Damn, they got
Doesn't that have a pyramid?
Now those aren't come on, man. Those are
not-
those are
The
constructs of fucking.
the Cairo pyramids are not as big as they make them seem on
You talking
TV.
as far as Vegas?
Yo,
No,
can,
in Egypt, in Cairo, Egypt,
can
they're
we start
not
doing
as
this thing where
big.
we phone a friend on the show? Because I just want to.
Nah, we don't have that plugged in. I
Okay.
could,
That
but we ain't doing
plug-in
it today.
thing? Okay.
That'd be pretty hard.
Sweet.
So I'm in the camp that it's like a less than 1% chance we're in a simulation.
Okay, so what are your thoughts? Where are you at with it?
I'm glad
Now
you asked.
we can get into the opinion of it.
Okay, so
Oh, James, in English.
that's gonna be a little tough because so shout out to one of my favorite YouTube channels, PBS Space Time. Keep doing your thing. Love it. Learn so much
Let's go.
learn so much about astrophysics from that channel. But okay, so Elon Musk and Neil deGrasse Tyson are both famously on record for talking about simulated reality. Elon Musk saying it's a 99% chance.
That we are in a simulation
Yes.
for those at home. Okay.
Neil deGrasse Tyson says if there are certain conditions met, then we are in a simulation.
Okay.
And those conditions were laid out originally, probably not originally, because I did read that this does go back to Greek philosophy, actually Japanese philosophy,
My boy couldn't wait for this day.
I love Japanese.
Yeah, I'm loving it, bro. Go ahead.
where a philosopher, was talking about whether dreams were reality or not.
Madara Uchiha.
Dreams are little windows you look into.
Dude, actually,
other
I was on a
dimensions
huge
or something.
Naruto tangent last night on YouTube. We talk about that later.
Oh no, we can talk about it now because that's the only thing I'll be bringing.
No, we can't.
Bring-
No, we can't.
Watch
No, we
yourself.
can't.
Watch
We can't.
yourself.
No, we can't.
Watch yourself.
We can't
I'll listen
fucking
to
do it,
fucking
Jim.
3 little lizards standing near your
Yeah.
house. You gonna listen about Naruto, nigga?
I don't. But I've been hearing Naruto
Nobody
for fucking
can-
10 years with your ass. I don't want to fucking
Okay,
hear
well, guess
for
what?
5 minutes
Well,
little
guess what?
pod.
Guess what? Guess
I'm
what?
quite
Guess
sure
what?
camera
Guess
one,
what?
no one to hear about that Naruto shit.
And I bet you camera 2 does because Naruto has a cult following, my nigga.
Yo,
are you
what do
into
camera
it?
one want to hear?
No,
from
it's
us?
got
Pop
a.
culture?
They want to see.
I'm not. I ain't gonna.
Anime is pop culture, fact or fiction.
Yeah, but Naruto is on the
That's not my
lower
bad, though.
tier of the.
That's so low tier.
It's not my bad.
That's like entry level
Exactly.
anime.
But if that's where people start,
No. I
Shonen is all entry level anime
No,
when you're a
Drew, I
teenager.
respect it. That's just not my bag.
We can't get into that bag with
if
you.
maybe, but if you listen and see how I incorporate it, you'll be able to get into that motherfucker.
Okay, all right, do it. I'm ready.
No, well, listen, I'm still going.
Now let's get it.
Go,
I
Jason.
haven't
We'll
stopped.
talk about the infinite Tsukiyomi.
Oh, God, I learned all about that last night. Man, I watched like 2 hour long
I'd
videos.
rather have a Death Note conversation.
Dude, there was 2 hour long videos explaining the infinite Tsukiyomi. That's it. No. That's it. I'm not talking about it. So Nick Bostrom is sort of the modern day philosopher behind the simulation theory. He wrote a paper at Harvard University, kind of explaining his. He's a philosopher. So it's not
usually are.
typically rooted in science, but this one has crossed over because technically the simulation hypothesis, it's not quite a theory yet in terms of scientific understanding and ability,
Oh, we wouldn't know.
but it is a hypothesis that scientists do actually consider a good argument.
Of
Nick-
us living in a simulation.
yeah,
Okay.
because you can't test to prove against it.
Absolutely not.
There's
don't have
no
that type of
test.
technology.
There's no test that can prove for it or against it. And I think part of what, and he
Well, that's
has,
breaking the reality rules. First off,
and that's what I mean, because we can theorize we're in a simulation, but would the simulation allow us to prove it?
that's a great question, and no, it wouldn't.
And let me tell you why people have come to this conclusion in a philosophical sense. Because as humans, and this goes back to Isaac Newton's age with the advent of astrophysics with gravity, not the advent, but the discovery of gravity and understanding the forces responsible for making up the universe.
Okay.
And through civilization's history, I'm talking Mesopotamia, Egypt, Greek, Roman, kind of the important ones, Mayans too, Mayans and Aztecs too.
Especially the Mayans, boy.
When they couldn't explain something reasonably or scientifically, how did they explain it?
Through gods.
Divinely.
Divine intervention. Well, not divine intervention.
And that has been
You're right.
so they have gods for every kind of thing that happened and their beliefs related
Definitely,
around how
definitely
to.
gods.
So
Many gods, not God.
right, but that's so throughout history we've done that as humans.
Right.
We don't like uncertainty. We want to know there's a cause and effect, and in the ever ongoing quest to find out why are we all here, because that's the greatest question, or
Never answered.
and it really can't, because when you talk about reality, you can't prove reality is real.
I mean, when did history start becoming recorded?
I get that, but honestly, I definitely feel like this. Everyone has a purpose, and you walk in your purpose. You never fully know your purpose, but
As far as manifestation.
exactly. But you,
King the Conqueror.
I get what you're saying.
Multiverse.
I get what you're
guys.
saying. I get what you're saying, but no. In this instance like this, the universe always aligns you. So
Sacred timeline.
I will tell you shut up, but you talking with me right now.
Yeah, I watched Loki. I enjoyed it.
MCU.
But so here's what I'm saying. So, like for us, for example, everything we do falls in alignment.
Right.
Where we're going, right? So it's not what's the word I'm looking for?
Variant.
Go ahead. It's not that's it.
It's not guesswork. It's been established,
Yeah.
and you're just reaching
following
that step.
Exactly. You follow in the footsteps.
And I'd argue that, but
here's the thing.
So your reality has been written already.
We're
just.
And
so you're saying the past, present, and future all exist at once
Simulation.
because it's all already written out before, current, and after the path of
Okay.
every single thing.
No, but yes, I'm gonna tell you why. No, because I believe in the power of manifestation, right? We've said this shit before years ago that like how we wanted to get to the certain point. So we already manifested that.
Right.
But for the past, we never knew that we was gonna be here. So I don't feel like the past is already written out. You get what I'm saying? Am I losing y'all? No, I don't feel like the past. I don't feel like the past is written out. But the future, if you talk about that shit and put it out there.
Wait. Do you mean you don't feel like the future is written out? Because if you don't feel like the past is written out, how? Because you lived through the past already.
Well, can you prove the past exists if you're in a simulation? Maybe it was just implanted.
Memories.
Maybe it was just.
And that's okay. And I have this thing with dreams too. So now when we dream and shit, I always feel like when I dream, I'm in another reality. You know what I'm saying?
A dream is a pocket window into another dimension of a life that you were living.
And I'm apparently like I'm doing 16 backflips off a fucking helicopter and shit with the blade spinning every time I'm dreaming. You know what I mean? So I feel like that. So manifestation and dreams, all that shit is 100% real. But us living in a simulation is really simultaneous effect.
Well, can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I rebuttal?
Yeah.
So, in terms of dreams, and sleep is one of the most curious things about humans that we have yet to nail down.
Right.
In terms, and that has a lot to do with our understanding of the brain. I believe that dreams and obviously this is just speculation based on knowledge that we
Right.
kind of have, but don't fully have all the clues to. Dreams are the brain working while you're asleep. There's still parts of the brain running while you're asleep. Obviously, they have to
100%.
beat your heart. They have to breathe for you, and in a way, it sends signals that you can visualize when you're asleep.
Brain stimulation.
But the important thing is, out of all the dreams you've ever had, how many do you remember?
How many do you forget when you wake up?
Maybe we dream every night, honestly.
That's what I mean. So, but
So maybe
because
1%.
so
Less than.
so the brain doesn't receive that as applicable memory. Like
Right.
it doesn't want to take that in and solidify it in
I like that.
the hard drive. So that it's just a
like
vision
that.
of your own imagination. And a part of it also, secondly, that suffers from what we call the protagonist syndrome, because you are always the protagonist in your dream.
Can't wait to get
But
to
what
it.
if? But it's
And no other entity that you interact with in a dream has free will or consciousness. It's only what you give
I get
them.
my ass whooped in every dream I have. I can't punch.
so
I
you
can't
can't
run.
punch, yeah.
I get, man. It was a point in my life when I was a kid, and I would have when I would fight a lot, like 5th, 6th grade. I would always have a dream of the person I fought before I fought them, and they would always beat my ass. So when I fought them in real life, I always initiated it because I remember I didn't want to get my ass beat in my dream, and that happened for about 5 different times. I like where you at with it because I'm looking at it like you say the brain doesn't store most dreams in the hard drive. See, I like that. But my argument to that is I said originally we dream every night. But what if we don't? What if we only we remember the dreams we dream when we dream it, as far as when we're sleeping, the lights are out. We're just spaced out. We're spaced out. We
Super
only
spaced
dream
out.
sometimes.
And now I remember I looked up something about dreams like a few weeks ago because I had a crazy dream about someone I was involved with, and I was the happiest motherfucker in my life. And that shit creeped me out, so I had to figure out why. Dreams is a conceptual reality, right?
Right.
Because we're taking, like, apparently somewhere stuck in our mind and shit, because obviously we're not using all of our brain when we're alive. Well, not when we're alive, when we're awake. So we're going, the dream, when we're asleep, I feel like, okay, when we're sleeping, dreams take us to the place where, like, in another world, because obviously we can't see past Earth and what we see in front of us. So dreams take us to different parts of the universe, which I feel like, and I feel like we're in every single, personally, I feel like we're in every single planet on the universe, or there's some part of us that has been there light years away. You know what I'm saying?
I just think there's an infinite amount of Earths.
All right. Well,
I also have an argument.
since we're talking infinite, I'm about to get this off.
Oh, this is Tsukiyomi. Oh my god.
No,
I honestly,
Hear me out.
out of all the research I did about that, because I was like,
He's been smoking some good guys.
I wanted to really know, like, why Naruto Shippuden was written the way it was.
Well,
And then when they got to Kaguya and the Infinite
ass book.
Tsukiyomi, I'm like,
it was an ass book, but
yeah, it wasn't, yeah.
Let me-
And yeah, the Infinite, okay, go. Yeah, because I'm going to
we
spoil
can't
it.
talk Naruto. We can't do that.
my
That's
boy,
a conversation.
my boy needed a
Give it to
3-hour
me
pod
right
for
now.
that.
So it's perfect that we know about the Infinite Tsukiyomi and you don't. I mean, yeah, you don't. Because if we was explaining, Madoru Uchiha, bad motherfucker, right?
The baddest.
I'm talking about, like, this nigga didn't lose.
Well, he did to
He didn't lose.
To the-
He lost, but he didn't.
he
Nobody
lost
killed him.
twice to the.
Nobody
I'm
killed
just letting
the
them
other
educate me on this.
clan.
I don't
What's his
know
name? What's his name?
what
Shin.
Shinzu, bro.
Yeah, we don't know
Yeah.
what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on now. I got
He couldn't beat him, so he agreed to start the Heavenly Village.
Hashirama. Yeah, Hashirama. He lost to
Hashirama,
him.
yes.
He lost to him.
Twice.
But
Right.
the thing is, so boom, he lost to the first Hokage, who was the man.
Okay.
But the first Hokage wanted him to be the Hokage, but he was more like Hashirama was like Superman. Madara was like Batman. Feel me? He was
Paint a picture for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was the dark side.
Okay.
You feel me? The one with the edge on him. But the
I don't
people-
like that comparison. But I think
like-
it's
no,
like
no, no,
Superman and
I don't
Goku.
like putting Batman in the dark side, but then
Nah,
switching
also
to
they're not on
let's
equal
leave with
power,
Edge,
and
not the dark
They're,
side.
they're not of equal power, but I'm just saying everybody knows when you think of the iconic Superman on an eagle and Batman on a gargoyle. Batman is always at nighttime. Superman is always in the day.
Yeah, they're two opposites. The yin and the yang.
You know, okay, I can respect how you just explained that.
That's how that is. So that's how they were. But after he had lost, he had a vision, which was a ass pull. But he had a vision about the infinite Tsukiyomi.
Okay.
What is the infinite Tsukiyomi? The infinite Tsukiyomi
I'm ready.
is basically it's a dream. They put you what is called a genjutsu, and you have to have eyebrows. Anywhere I go, it knocks you the fuck out, right? But the infinite Tsukiyomi.
Well, it traps you in an alternate world created by the person who activates the infinite Tsukiyomi.
Exactly. And the thing
Simulation.
is, it feeds the chakra tree, and you're not and you're in this dream. They had episodes of different people living out their dreams.
Filler.
Okay.
Do you want to get that chocolate theory bag too?
Huh?
You talking about chocolate tree now? You want to talk about them?
No.
Well, I mean, Naruto
we gotta stay on
Sakura.
Tim because because I can explain that because obviously so the entirety of Shippuden and the Kaguya interpretation and being the final villain with actually the sixth sage is important because it has to do with that Hindu and Buddhist cycle of life, but that reinforces what I said about we created religion to explain things that we couldn't explain scientifically, and we're very good at explaining things scientifically right now, which is why we can't say a simulation is incapable, because we realize it's Moore's law, it's called, where technology and computing power doubles every 2 years.
I think it's every 2 or 3.
But it has slowed down since 2015, and now it's about 2.5 to 3 years. And we as human beings to continue and see patterns that we can perceive the future as, because that's how we were able to survive and develop into the intelligent life forms we are. We can take information and predict.
Listen, and I know the perfect person who's a time traveler like that. Y'all know who it is?
Jane the Conqueror?
No, dead ass. This nigga's alive right now.
Who?
The motherfucker that wrote The Simpsons.
Matt
He
Goring.
been here before.
He had to be.
Like, he's a time traveler.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
No.
When he had Homer at a Bills playoff game and no fans.
Dolo as fuck.
That's crazy.
But then I remember seeing also too when Donald Trump got elected and shit, and they had him on. That's wow.
They predicted the nigga they get in Vegas getting attacked by the Tigers.
Here's the thing. What you saying, I like that. But see, that goes into another realm. Now, see, I think that goes into a place like, that's more like Illuminati secret society type.
But the thing is, if we're talking about a simulation, if there's somebody
That's the same exact thing.
there's somebody behind
Doing the same exact window.
somebody behind it and everything else, the people that's in the upper echelon, they know all that.
They know what's going on.
I do. I feel you on that. I just look at it like what you were talking about. That guy that created The Simpsons.
Matt Goring.
He's the GOAT. So I believe there are certain people. Well, it's a lot of people actually. Like I'll go into that. Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. Michael Jackson used to sleep in a room of mirrors for days at a time to get a hit. And when he got that hit, it was a hit. Mm-hmm. Michael Jackson is the only person that'll make a person pass out. Michael Jackson, secret society, Illuminati. Like the guy name, what's the name of The Simpsons?
Matt Goring.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it's Goring.
I don't know.
I thought it was like Neil Gordon or something.
No, it's definitely Matt Goering.
I hope we're, for reference sake, I hope we're saying the name right.
I don't know. I always say it wrong, but that is who it is, and he also the one.
But no, I definitely think that get into more of a secret society, Illuminati bag, like.
But we know what next week's episode is going to be.
Yeah, but that's just as far as time travel and shit like that.
While y'all talk, I want to go off with James' point. James, because you had said something about what were you saying? Because I was thinking, I was saying
because now we're so scientifically advanced, we kind of, and it's funny because if we think of a simulation, somebody created that simulation, right? But kind of the idea behind science is there's no God. So what is a simulation creator if not a God?
Okay, I'm with James on that. I'm gonna segue into this because I want everybody's opinion on this shit. First of all, his name is Matt Growing, so Groening. I'm not gonna pronounce it.
Creator of
I think it's Matt Goring. Goring, yeah.
Goring, but yeah. Okay, so all right, y'all seen Maze Runner, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've seen it.
all of them.
The first two. I don't know.
Okay.
Garbage.
Super garbage. I think it's super garbage. Okay, but they are first people that predicted the pandemic. If you really pay close attention to this shit, think about this shit.
Same with the
Contingent.
Honestly, the pandemic story has been around since pod people of the 1950s.
You can get into the Netflix.
They've been dropping this shit a while.
They've been putting some pandemic shit out before the pandemic was a pandemic.
But the last, what I'm saying is the last.
Hashtag Wuhan.
The fucking Black Plague. I watched the video on the Black Plague.
That shit was nuts.
That was a horrible pandemic.
Dude,
Nuts.
Yo, have y'all seen the movie Contingent?
No. Actually,
with Lawrence Fishburne.
Smallpox was a pandemic because the Spanish purposely brought it over to the Americas to infect.
Spanish flu, all that shit. Yeah.
Well, not necessarily, but I'm talking specifically smallpox in the 1500s.
Damn, we talking
brought over goods contaminated by smallpox.
Yo, here's the thing. Here's how fucked we are. Here's how fucked we are as a society, because something as simple as a bat eating a piece of meat, a bat eating a piece of meat, whatever it kills, something. It falls on the ground. Pig picks up that piece of meat. Pig eats that meat. That cross contamination. That pig gets taken to be slaughtered, made into bacon, pork loin, whatever you want, at a restaurant. That pig gets eaten by people.
A COVID bacon cheeseburger.
That's not how COVID didn't come from a pig. They don't slaughter. I don't think they have pig.
No, I'm just saying, like different species mixing together the wrong way, and we're eating that animal, and then people are around that. Somebody eats it, another person eats it.
Ever see the video?
A pandemic.
Well, okay. So here's the thing
or
about
epidemic.
Here's the thing about virology regarding that sentiment is viruses are actually they have to be very advanced to be able to live in a different species that they're not used to. The first kind of big instance of this was the avian flu, where it was transmittable between birds and people. Cross-species viruses.
Got a lot of gnats in this bitch. You see these?
Yeah, I just see it.
Yeah, it just came out like the last 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Cross-species viruses are extremely rare, which is why we don't have this very often. Mm-hmm. Also, it came out of a lab in Wuhan. But okay, so staying on topic. So I'm a big believer in Einstein's theory of relativity, the general and the special theory of relativity. And because of both those things, where
You believe in the law of attraction?
that's a different topic. I believe it in a way that's not the way you're thinking.
Okay.
The theory of relativity states everything is relative. An observer somewhere else does not see things the same way we see them here. And because the universe is inconsistent across time and space, because we live in a 4-dimensional universe, 3 dimension of space, 1 dimension of time,
Right.
which is impacted by 2 things: light, which may be a particle, may be a wave, and gravity.
The speed of light.
Well, the speed of light.
That's a completely different thing, though.
No, but I want to say that
No, that completely ties into
a simulation.
topic.
It does.
A simulation. If we're talking about a different group of beings above us that created the simulation we're in, this is kind of what I'm speaking to. If I'm building something, I wouldn't create variables across the plane. If you think about the way we build things to view as entertainment, because we also have to establish why a simulation would be built in the first place. The only logical reason someone would build this kind of simulation is if they're future beings, post-human beings that we're ancestors of that need to dive into the past for some reason.
And as intricate
and
as
the
that
only
sounds,
way they can do that, but that's the main concept in what's it, Nick?
I don't think that's like a logical thought though. Like that's one of those things where it's like our human brains can't comprehend that type of.
Not yet.
We can't comprehend that type of creation. You know,
No, we can't comprehend it, but we
No,
can say it's a
our brains will
possibility.
fucking melt.
Our brains don't need to. Our computer power does. An AI within 10 years would be smarter than humans.
Bro, they're already smarter than us.
But they can't.
They're not.
Not across the board. They could be smarter at one thing than us.
Right.
They can.
But in terms of learning certain things, they're programmed to learn the thing they're programmed to learn.
I am legend.
They're not sentient yet, which is another important concept. But we don't need to have bigger brains. We need to have bigger computers that can run simulations like this. And the goal of advanced civilizations to take a look back in time, and this is what they're seeing, would be extremely fucking boring. There is nothing to gain from looking at civilization in the past and not just look at some pictures, or if they're that advanced, can probably manipulate the fabric of the universe and just tap in when they need to and see the past.
So what I'm gathering from this is, it will this be the simulation theory, in your opinion, is pretty much a waste of time. It's not.
Oh, it's a fascinating way. It's actually, I consider it a very nihilistic way of explaining humanity's great intelligence, because when you say we're a simulation, you're saying you're not real, nothing matters. So why, in the end of the day, should I care about dying kids in Africa?
I'm not against
because
that,
they're not real.
He's not wilding with that.
I'm not real.
He's not wilding, but
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It only matters because we've developed an extremely high level of consciousness that's obviously never been seen in the observable universe that we know today, which is another point of a simulation. If you were looking to make something interesting or fun,
right,
like we often say, look how good video games are getting. Can you imagine where they're going to be in 100 years? Tell me we're not going to create a simulated world like we're living in right now. Well, why would we? Is this entertainment? One planet?
No,
One planet of intelligent beings in an entire universe that is coded down to a quark, or even smaller, like a Planck is the small unit of measurement that we use in the universe.
No, see, that's the thing. I don't see, as far as that goes, one small planet, hell no. Now, if we're going to talk about being in a multiverse, infinite realities, I don't think we're sharing that alone. I would assume,
there's people.
my guess is there's hundreds of millions, of thousands of millions of planets and species and things out there. But whether we in a simulation or not, I think it's a cool ass conversation, only for the fact that at the end of the day, we don't know, and we'll never know in our lifetimes, at least.
Well, that's the same
cheat code for my simulation. I need to download.
No, that's if you follow TikTok, they give you those.
The cheat codes or something?
Oh yeah, TikTok. You've never heard of those manifestation codes on TikTok? Oh, that's a huge
Oh, like
thing.
11222.
That's a huge thing. If you like shout like 54983, you get money the next day or something.
I'm good on that.
Okay, but so
yeah, that's how you setting a demonic presence out of your ass, huh? Right?
Yeah, you're gonna look back and then she gonna be floating right over this simulation.
Damn, we might as well put a motherfucking Ouija board right here.
but see, like
I'm leaving.
spirits don't exist either.
I'm
like
leaving.
Okay.
only
I don't believe
only
that.
the present exists.
We got to talk about that because you just don't open up a fucking can.
Who?
What James just said. Spirits don't exist.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that shit at all. Spirits definitely fucking
No,
exist.
that's another thing that's another way that humans want to elongate their presence on this planet is by believing that they're going to carry on in a spirit form. The one thing on our mind.
It's so deeper than that, bro.
No, it's not. It's really not, because the universe is incredibly boring.
Explain yourself. Go ahead.
Humans have one goal, and this goes back to the earliest biological specimens, like one-cell organisms. Your goal is not to die and reproduce. That's our goal. But we are advanced. We are immensely smart compared to any other being, obviously, because we're us. So we've taken it to a next level where we now are creating ways that we think we can live on, and that is an afterlife. When in reality, everything is physical and biological. It has to follow the rules that have been found to be true in our physical universe. And this goes on to a quantum level. And that is a huge part of why the universe is not a simulation.
You're a science guy.
Super science guy.
Super science guy.
You're a super science guy, but I see this is where why you don't mix science and religion right here.
Facts.
But that's the purpose of religion. When science can't explain it.
But it's healthy that
when science can't explain it, you go to the spiritual.
But I agree with you on that point, but I also disagree in that shit because if you take somebody that's heavily spiritual, but also take somebody, they're the same person, they believe in science and they believe in religion in the same instance, right? I don't think that said person won't be able to separate the two. Spirits, bro, like all that, like Haiti, right? Like Haiti, like Haitian culture, like spirits, voodoo, all that shit's real, right?
Right, 100%.
100% real. So then now we take science, dropping people, whatever, simulation worlds and stuff like that. We drop them in a bubble, however they brew and stuff like that. That's real. Like science proves what science proves. But you literally can't tell me that there is not a spirit. Like for me, prime example, I'll give you some spirit talk. I know there's instances where that I'm doing shit on a daily basis or whatever. I know that shit ain't me. That shit is out my hands. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I always feel like I got a guardian angel and other presence around me, like a force field protecting me when I'm doing certain shit, because I know I probably should have been dead doing certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Or just doing random different things. So, and that is, science can't save me in that shit.
Yeah, it can. I can explain that.
Yeah, I don't got time. Like, here's my thing. There's not a bunch of numbers that can honestly tell me E=MC motherfucking squared that can tell me why this motherfucking shit ain't happening to me, dog.
See, it's not. See, the science.
But I get
the science
I'm
theory.
with you on that, though.
See, the science theory. I feel like is debunked only for the fact that you can go back to universal. Everything is just perfectly placed how it need to be.
Right.
The sun is far enough to not melt us, but it's close enough to give us the nutrients we need, the day we need. Mm-hmm. As far as the moon, mm-hmm. Same thing with the moon. We live on an earth that is suitable for us. Science made a retarded mistake and just made it perfect.
We can't say retard on YouTube.
Clean that word up. It's all good. I feel you.
A retarded mistake, tomato. I don't know. We violating topics, right? So
yeah, but YouTube's gonna violate our terms of service.
Yeah. We've been about.
That's the R word.
We've been about 40 minutes in, so
yeah, we're gonna wrap up soon.
Yeah, the real violators that watch it, if they tune, then they'll see it. But what I'm saying is everything is perfectly placed scientifically for us to sustain life. Mm-hmm. I don't believe it's science. I believe it's more spiritual.
Oh,
I do believe in that.
So
that's why I feel like the manifestation shit.
What about auras?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
What about auras?
Oh, no.
Like, I've literally
the human spirit has been a belief for as long as humans have wanted it to. No other animal can comprehend an afterlife or an aura. Even though other animals are.
But these are stories. But this has been recounted so many times for it to be just people having a creative imagination. Like this is since the beginning of time, since before human history was recorded, it's been another realm, another dimension, a spirit realm, demonic presences. I believe in it.
Yeah, because that's what people.
Two people say, two random people doing cable, going in their house, and they just stop. Like, you have an aura around you, mm-hmm. like a warm. Like, did you lose something like that?
Yeah.
Two different people.
I know. I remember.
And it's just like, it's crazy to think like that because there's people with just auras, mm-hmm. and there's people with dark auras, too. You know what I mean? But some people are just blessed with sight.
That's why you can't just sleep with. That's why casual sex is a lie. You can't just sleep with anybody, man.
Shut the fuck up. So,
sorry, Mom.
Yeah, my bad, Mommy. I love you, but
that's another bag and another story. You want to talk about that?
Yeah,
that's just true. Okay, let me get your perception on this shit. So I know we got to wrap this shit up.
Let's let that be the last point.
Okay,
and then let's give our final thoughts on if we've been changed at all, or if we're sticking to what we believe as the simulation world.
I'm just about to throw this out there. What happened to me, so that way y'all can go off this and we can play how we play it. All right, so I was at work, right? This guy comes in, slow, short dude, 5'5", super stocky, like, oh my. Head in that guy's dude, like walking like this and shit. Brolic itself, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
like a bully pit.
Walking like 50 Cent.
Yeah. So like he walking in and shit like that. Got his shorty, got his baby and stuff like that, and he's super on point. But now this during the pandemic, and like I'm at work, it's when you were wearing the mask, so everybody can only see your eyes. So you got for me, I'm working at my job, got to be on point. So he come in looking at me, I'm looking at him like this.
When you say on point, you mean like he's aware?
He's aware.
It's fuck.
It's weird. It's fuck. Like, I'm thinking he coming in like, you know what I'm talking about? He got it on him and shit. So I'm like, bro, I don't got it on me, but like, shit, bro, whatever happens, nigga, like, I'm with the shit. You know what I'm talking about? So, bam. So he comes, we're talking, whatever. He's looking at me. He's like, yo, bro, can you assist me with my lady? Like, we just need help with some information. But he's standing looking at me like this the whole time. I'm like thinking in my head, bro, you gotta chill because your energy is so crazy right now, bro. I'm not really rocking with
what was
this.
really gonna happen with his girl and his kid?
Niggas is crazy, bro.
True,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
come on.
I feel you, bro. Yeah, I get it, family man and shit, but
Dude shot around a kid in the streets of New York. He shot around kids to shoot at a dude.
I saw the video, but he went into a store to get help from an employee with his kid and girl. I don't think he's gonna like do nothing in that moment.
Right.
But I don't put,
you never know.
You never know. But I don't, like I said, I don't push it past nobody. But in this instance, though, here's what happened. So dude's in there, he's super on point and shit. So now, fast forward, so he's like, yo, babe, just go pick up the food down the street. I'm gonna just take care of this business here. He's like, all right, cool. She's gone to the Chinese. It's a Chinese spot, literally 2 blocks away. She's gone for an hour, bro, an hour. But while he's in there, he's like this. He's like asking me questions like, yo, what's your sign? He's like, yo, you a Libra, right? Like, yeah. He's like, your birthday's this. Yeah. And he was like, you been through, yeah. And he's like, I can just look at you, look in your eyes and tell this, that, and the third. You know, this, that, like, just going off shit. But he's saying all of the right shit. He's like, you got a certain energy and certain presence around you. He was like, whatever you're going to do that shit big. And just saying mad shit, bro. But in my head, I'm just like, I'm sitting back, like, I'm thinking, like, how are you not gaping, wrong word. How are you grabbing all of this? How are you grabbing all of this information without me saying to look at anything to you? I haven't said nothing to you. So now he comes back. He's like, he comes back. He says what he says. I'm like, yo, it's really cool that you're super observant like that. He's like, yeah, bro. I'm really here to read people's energies just like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to come the next day and pick up his shit, right? I ain't seen this man since. But that made me think like spirit wise and shit like that, auras and people's energy, because I really feel like this. People are literally put on the earth just to be there for that one present moment. You know what I'm saying? Like science can't prove that shit.
Okay, but let me ask you this, because you're kind of arguing against the simulation right now.
Go ahead.
You're saying people were put here for specific reasons.
That's why 60-40 with simulation.
And spirits and auras exist. That goes against the simulation theory that it was kind of just matter was put here, let it go.
But no, because I feel you at, because it's simulation, scientific, and spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual.
Yeah, that's spiritual. It's three. I feel like it's 3 different entities with that shit. Mm-hmm. Like I super believe in all the science shit, but I definitely feel all that spiritual shit and auras and manifest, all that shit has its own lane for everything.
The science shit, it does make sense.
All that triangle of concepts cannot truly exist in the same universe.
Okay.
That's my stance on it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying
how many situations has it been where something happened and they tried to put a logical, scientific reasoning behind it and they were 100% wrong? Like they were off.
Science can't be wrong.
They just put a logical. Let's take the word science out. They put a logical reasoning behind it. Oh, that so and so happened because
a clear hypothesis around that motherfucker.
Like,
yeah.
The scientific method, we could
Big
say.
Bang Theory or Adam and Eve?
Big Bang Theory.
There we go.
Adam and Eve would be the simulation.
There it is. You know what I'm saying?
If you believe in a God, you believe in the simulation, because an advanced being beyond us would be considered godlike in terms of what it can intellectually and physically manifest with its advanced being. But that's only because we can't comprehend what that it looks like.
Agree. I do agree with that. I just look at spirituality, simulation, different.
Can science prove to me on why it takes? Can science prove the power of manifestations and the powers of create? Really, the power of manifestation.
That's logical reasoning.
I don't.
Yeah, no,
that's scientific. I'm with you. That's just putting a logical idea behind it.
I believe in manifestation and what was what's the secret thing? The that The Secret is about, that book and video series.
Oprah.
You're
talking about the Oprah
Law
show?
of Attraction.
Law of Attraction. Okay. That's what you're talking about. Right.
That can be explained by a deep-rooted and at this point, comprehensible part of our subconscious. Our subconscious plays a huge role in how we perceive and the decisions we make. If we input positive thoughts, positive attitude, our subconscious follows that lineage down and impacts the decisions you make to lead you to the thing that you want. That's law of attraction. That's manifestation. Right. If you think in a negative way, subconscious does that, and you're making negative choices take you away from the thing that you ultimately didn't want in the first place, because you're not truly manifesting. There's no such thing as, I think this, so it will happen. You have to get there, and your subconscious helps you make those decisions based on previous experiences, the way humans have now programmed themselves, not programmed themselves, but developed and through evolution.
I was about to say evolution.
Yeah. And I don't know where I was going with that, but the subconscious is a very misunderstood, not misunderstood, but it lacks understanding, and it truly does result in how we perceive and interact with life.
And on that note, Violators, that's what we thinking about simulation. Going forward, like I said, podcast mode, getting our shit off.
Well, I do want to know one thing, because we talked about simulation in a variety of different ways. The way that you see a simulation, is it a different species that is locking us? Like the Matrix is like, so the species controlling it.
That shit is real. That's gonna happen, by the way.
Locks me in a thing, and then I exist in a different world.
Right.
Or do I not exist, and I am just strictly computer code, not attached to anything in the reality?
So what the Matrix shows, that there was once a society, because AI, artificial intelligence enslaved our society. So for the next however many centuries went by, we were incubated into a computer system, the Matrix, reality, our life, our life choices, our reality,
Our perceived reality.
Yeah, our perceived. Perfect. Our perceived reality it's a computer simulation. We're real, but we're
real according to us.
But you could break out of the Matrix as far as the movie goes. You take a pill, you can, once you're woke, that woke. Once you're woke, then you're no longer in the Matrix. You're in the real reality of it being a post-apocalyptic world where artificial intelligence took over human society and created the simulation.
Okay. Okay, I'll wrap up by saying simulation theory is obviously a very debated conversation. There's no way to prove nor disprove the idea. Maybe someday they'll prove it's real. Maybe someday they'll find what the fabric of the universe is.
Maybe like in a year, 32.
I think we're still pretty far off, because I think a big key to understanding that is to truly understand how the thing inside our fucking head works, which we are very far off of. And once we can verify how that works, we can now see things differently and correctly. But it's a very interesting topic, widely debated, widely discussed. It's fun to think about because there's so many different ways it could go.
Facts.
And even with like the theory of relativity, even with spiritualism, obviously, there's a crossover, a ton. And that's what makes it interesting. So
let us know how you feel about it in the comments.
Yeah.
I know, Violators.
Like, comment, share.
If you made it this far, you really fuck with us the long way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just go and get the cat. Next episode, we talking some Illuminati.
Are we going to do that?
World
Okay.
Order,
all right.
Some secret society, and entertainment, and reality.
We're just gonna research. We're just gonna rename the channel
meal?
to bring the tinfoil hat.
Violators, vaccines is a new world.
No, we're not doing it. No, we're not doing vaccines. No, we can't do vaccines.
We can't do that.
We can't do that. Okay. Also, okay. So this is coming from head producer, best producer in the world, Jimmy Thump. You know who it is. if there's a topic you want discussed, leave it in the comments. We're open to a lot of things. We don't want to like really do a political religion thing where we dive into the like obviously talking about what religion represents to civilization is different. But if you want to leave something like we'll talk about fucking lizard people.
Well, politics is too boring. No, fuck that.
Lizard people, just wink there.
I had a fucking week.
Moan shot lizard people too.
New World Order, Illuminati based topic coming at you.
I hate
next episode.
And I do want there is some pop culture that we're gonna dive into too because I got some stuff in the works. They don't even know yet. I'm scheming.
I'm trying to find some bullshit to say about your ass. I can't stand your black ass.
Speaking about pop culture, we got something going on heavy with popcorn. So
wow,
horrible fucking segue.
Yeah. Okay. Also, if you want to see an anime episode with whoever knows the fuck about the anime you want, tell me what anime you want. I'll watch the shit out of it. As long as it's good.
We get to the tail end of the show. I'm going to start spewing shit.
Oh my god. Okay, all right. Jay, end the show. Please end the show.
Oh my god, man. I love it. You try to end it, you can't. It is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Do it all, man.
Turn your
Follow
post
us on
notifications
Facebook,
on, man.
like us on Facebook, share the videos. Like I said, you made it this far, you fuck with us. Once again, we the Violators. We got the boys back. We on it. From Violators with Love, it's your boy Jay.
Cool guy.
Jimmy Thump.
Man, the top shot of Dundada, the biggest man of them all, dog. I'm wrong.
We some steppers.
And we the Violators.
We out.
Shit.